Mike, is there a lot to analyze from that game other than just Carter Hart basically stole the game?
Well, I think that our start was pretty good, to be honest with you. We had a good start. I thought we came out. We did a pretty good job. Started to get away from our game a little bit towards the end of the first period. Second period, we had one pretty good look, but obviously that too many men on the ice penalty really put things in their favor. I think a big part of the game tonight was we had some big kills, but they got that power play goal, and then I think we lost some momentum with our power play. And this is one area where we still got to get better in our game. Is you play against these good teams, you have to stay strong in the details of our game. I think we worked hard, but the details of our game weren't that sharp, so we just couldn't get to the offensive zone. If you do that, then you're going to lean on your goalie and you're going to lean on your defensive play a lot.
What did you see from Carter tonight, and especially on that penalty kill where he didn't have his stick for a bit?
He was a battler tonight. You know what? He was a competitor. He was a battler. You look at. That's a team that's a shot volume team. They throw a lot of pucks to the net. It creates a lot of scrambles when they do that. The way that he was tracking the puck, keep himself in position, ready to make that next play after that. So, well-deserved win for him tonight, no question.
You're talking about the battle. How big were some of the block shots that you got?
Yeah, you know what? Most of the parts of our defensive game were pretty good, to be honest with you. You let a team have the puck that much, and you're putting yourself in a position where you're going to have to defend. And obviously, you don't want to be taking 5 penalties against a team with that much skill. But again, I think that the work ethic was there. We were blocking shots. I think our structure was pretty sound for the most part, but just too many turnovers, and we just have to be stronger on the puck. We have to be more committed obviously, we want to have controlled entries. We want to create off the rush. But when it's not there, there's other things that you have to do. Your puck support has to be there so you can get to the offensive zone, so you can break teams down. That's what that team did very well tonight, and they did that better than us.
Mike, what can you say about Justin Braun? He blocks a shot, then he scores a goal. It just seems like he was his steady self tonight.
He was awesome. Yeah, he was awesome against those guys tonight. There's no way that you win when they roll out line after line with the skill that they have, and the way that we lean on Bronner and in pretty much every situation except the power play right now, which maybe we should consider that.
Mike, how do you evaluate the 8-game homestand?
Not very good. Obviously we're here to win games, and we had some emotional talks a few days ago, and I like that we finished off with a couple wins here, but we have to keep building. And again, I think structurally our play without the puck, we're getting better in some areas. At times, I don't want to say when it's convenient to us, but when it's working, our play with the puck, we're doing the right things. We look fast, we execute, we get to the offensive zone, we attack off the rush when it's there, and when it's not, our forecheck is dangerous. And then other times we drift away from that, and we become an easy team to play against. So we want to be a team that's hard to play against, and that's your physicality, that's how you defend, but it's also how you play with the puck, and that's where we have to get better.
Mike, you mentioned the power play a couple times.
Yeah.
It seemed like on this night in particular, there were a couple times where right after the power play got done, you guys would get a chance, but then the power play, the 2 minutes before that, where nothing was going on.
Right.
Do you think this is a mental thing as much as anything?
Well, for sure, that becomes part of it, no question. And when things are rolling, whether that's your team and winning hockey games, the game's easier to play, and likewise when the power play, when you're having success, it's easier to go out there and expect success and just kind of focus on what your job is and do that well. But that's what we have to get ourselves out of. There's no easy way to do that. Keep trying to make adjustments, but guys are going to have to make plays, and we have to execute. We have to win face-offs. We have to do the little things. Obviously, our entries weren't real sharp again tonight, and so we got to keep working at it. And you're going to have nights where you're going to have a game where you're not going to have, say you have 5 power plays, you're not going to have 5 great power plays most likely. You can have a bad power play, but the next one can't be a bad one again, and then the next one after that, and you certainly can't carry over some frustration from that power play into your 5-on-5 play, and we were probably guilty of that tonight.
Mike, you've talked a lot the last couple of days about having a winning attitude to close out games. When your goaltender's playing at the level that he was tonight, are guys more having their game more elevated as a result of that, more willing to try to make that
Well,
play?
I mean, Hartsy's part of the team too, and so is Jonesy. You know, like and you know, those guys compete, they battle, and we want that from them as much as we want it from our forwards, as much as we want it from our defensemen. When the game was on the line, he stepped up, and he was a competitor. He was a warrior tonight, and that's what we have to make sure that we all do that. You know, I think that our third period was better. Obviously, we took a penalty at the end there, which made things a little bit interesting. We want to stay out of the box, but at the same time, I think that we were pretty sound in most of our defensive areas. Again, we just, to be really strong in your team game, you can't just try to defend all night. We have to be better with the puck, so we'll keep going to work on that.
After some of these losses, you've said that the process was there, but not the result. Now that you have the result, but maybe you didn't agree with the process, how does that change things?
Well, it's, you know what, every game is always a different game. It's not like, you know, you take a step and then you take another step and then you take another step. That happens to the best teams in the league, and so it could be one game where maybe your defensive play is off, but offensively you're sharp, or vice versa, or special teams and so on. So it's just a constant process of us continuing to try to drill home and build the right habits and build the right identity as a team, and we'll keep working on that.